Hi, welcome to episode 71 of the Stress Knits podcast. My name is Stacy, also known as Stress Knits on Instagram, Ravelry. Hi. I never know how to do introductions, even though it's my 71st one. I still get a little, I don't know about it. So, if you hear a clicking sound, my daughter Eliza is in her swinging away. She's smiling and talking a little bit, so if you hear baby noises, it's her. Dog is running around being weird, and today is the day before Thanksgiving. It's November 21st. I hate how early it is this year. I feel very blindsided by the whole thing, if we're being honest. So anyway, I have my show notes for once because I have a lot to talk about, but I want to keep this rather short so that I can get back to Eliza, who is very contently swinging away, staring at me playing with her giraffe. So everything's good. But again, I will cut this short or just not even put it up if I need to tend to my daughter. So, I do have a few finished objects. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who is watching right now. I really enjoy doing this, and it means a lot that people like watching. I never thought this would really turn into anything, so just thank you so much. And I wanted to mention that we're getting close to the 3,000 subscriber mark, which is what? I don't even know the words to put into that. That is so many people. I thank you. I think it'd be really cool to get there by the end of the year. Numbers really don't matter to me, but I just like clean numbers, especially like hitting a milestone going into the new year. I think would be really cool. So if you don't already, please subscribe and like the video. If you don't like it, just leave. You don't have to thumbs down or be rude. It's fine. There are plenty of knitting podcasts out there. I'm probably not your cup of tea, and that's fine. I like to talk about knitting and hand dyeing yarn, and that's about it. And my daughter, and coffee. Yeah. So it really just helps me get exposure on YouTube, which is always helpful, but again, not the most important thing. I just really love talking about what we do because I don't have a knitting community here. I live right outside of Detroit, Michigan, and there's one really good yarn store that I love, but it's in Ann Arbor, which is about a half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, which I actually went this weekend with my mom. Met some really amazing people, but I just, it's very hard for me to get out there frequently, so I've never been able to take classes from them. I've never gone for like knit nights or anything like that, so I don't really have a knitting community. So podcasters and my podcast, that is my knitting community. So thank you everybody who is watching for the 71st time or just a repeat watcher. It means so much to me, and if you are a new viewer, thank you so much for checking me out. Again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, I totally get that, but yeah, the way that I like to explain it is this is a very real life podcast. I don't edit. I will eventually be using better equipment, but that will be coming in the new year because we have some exciting things, but I'm not ready to talk about it just because I'm that person who gets nervous about saying things before it's time. So, but that should be coming in the new year. I'm very, very excited about it. Yeah, so with that, I have two finished objects. So the first one's been done for a while. I just forgot to show it. It is the Beloved Bonnet by Tin Can Knits. I knit this for my daughter Eliza. This is the newborn size. Excuse me, she is 5 months, which is crazy. But she, if you don't know, she was born 6 weeks early. So she's a tiny little thing. She's probably about 11 and a half pounds now. She was 3'1" when she was born, so she's making great progress. But she's still very tiny and is just now starting to grow out of newborn clothing. She took a very long time to get her in. So it's very exciting to watch her start to grow out of things. But yeah, so I never liked this pattern, and I never liked this pattern because of how the pictures made it look like a very traditional bonnet, and that's not really my cup of, I keep saying cup of tea, but that's not really what I like. So when Chelsea of Legacy, the Legacy Knits podcast and Legacy Fiber Arts, knit her daughter Lily the beloved bonnet by Tin Can Knits, I saw it and I saw the pictures on her, and it's literally an ear flap hat. So yeah, so it sits on her like this. It's just like an ear flap hat, and this literally took me maybe 3 hours total to knit. It was very easy. I knit this out of my hand-dyed yarn, which is Stress Knits yarn DK, which is my it's 250 yards, 115 grams of 100% superwash merino wool. And this is in my golden hour colorway, which is my yellow. Yeah. So that is that. You knit from I-cord up to the other I-cord. That's where you bind off. So it was very quick, simple knit. I will probably make 1 or 2 more of these for her. I really like what Chelsea did, and she held it double with mohair, which I think I'm going to do. So yeah, the beloved bonnet. And then I finished my shift cowl. So here is the shift cowl. Yeah, I love it. It's really great. This is a pattern by Andrea Mowry, and I knit it out of Spin Cycle in 3 colors. The darkest blue, which is right here, is Melancholia. The bright green is Deep Bump, and the bluish purple is Dead Reckoning. It's my 3 favorite colors that Spin Cycle does. Here's the back. I still have to weave in ends. I just don't feel like it. Obviously, my mattress stitch is not perfect, but for my first time seaming, I think it's pretty good. It didn't line up perfectly. I think I made some mistakes in here. I think my gauge is off a little bit, but I like it. I'm not gonna take my shawl off because it's nice and cozy right now. I'm wearing my What the Fade by Andrea Mowry, which is the shawl that I wear all the time, thinking about making a second one. She's dozing off. But yeah, so this is the shift cowl. I love Spin Cycle yarns. Yeah, I'm really glad that I don't know what Esther has. It sounds like a bottle cap. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it is. We'll find out if she ever brings it to me. I can't tell if it's her antler. I don't know. She is content though, and it's nothing that can hurt her, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, this is my shift cowl. Yeah, and I need to reblock it. I blocked it once before I seamed, but I'd like to block it again. It fits great. No complaints. I love it. This was my this is my October for my year of Andrea, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But the shift cowl, done. There's that. What else? I have show notes. So I have a few whips. One that you've seen before. I'm so mad that I didn't finish it for the KAL. And KAL, K-A-L, is knit along if you aren't aware. Wool and Honey, the yarn store, which is it's right outside of Traverse City. I always forget the town that it's in, but it's near Traverse City. If you ever go to Traverse City, Michigan, which is like up here-ish, you really should check it out. It is an amazing shop. All the Brooklyn Tweed, all of the Quince & Company, they have amazing indie dyers. They have the Sleeping Bear Yarn Club, all the fringe bags. So it's just very much my yarn store, and they started carrying Spin Cycle, which is very exciting. So they did a knit along for the Wool and Honey sweater by Andrea Mowry, and I decided to participate, and I came up just short. So it was a fingering weight sweater in 30 days, which is, it's a lot of knitting. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I knit on this non-stop. But there were days where I wasn't feeling great, and Eliza was she's starting to teeth. And so it's just, it's a little rough around here right now. My allergies were killing me because, so Michigan's been having a lot of windstorms. We've been having some snow, but we also had some weird warmer days. And so the fluctuation of that plus fall in general, my allergies are usually pretty bad. Not as bad as spring, but they're pretty bad in the fall. I just wasn't feeling great, but so I didn't get as much knitting time in as I wanted because Eliza really needed to be held a lot of those days. Because she is getting her molars in first, which I don't understand. But she's also starting to get little bumps everywhere. And she's too young and too small to have Tylenol. So, I'll talk to her pediatrician when we go next month in a few weeks. That's more information than you need to know. Anyway, so I didn't finish my wool and honey sweater. I'm one sleeve short. I just need to wind up the last skein of yarn that I have, and the last sleeve took maybe half of a skein, so I have plenty of yarn. This is Wool and Honey by Andrea Mowry again. I did it exactly to her specifications. I knit the large. I should have knit the medium, and quite honestly, I could have probably knit the small. Sorry, our table is breaking. That's my dog Esther. Yes, she is on her period again because we had an appointment to get her fixed. If you remember last year, she was in heat when I was pregnant, and then we wanted her to go through one heat cycle because apparently if you let your female dogs go through at least one heat cycle, they live longer. So we wanted to do that. So we did that. And then I got pregnant for the second time, and I was super sick, didn't have the money, and we had time to fix her. So we were going to do it after Eliza was born, and then Eliza came 6 weeks early and all of the medical stuff. So we're like, okay. And we made the appointment, and it was supposed to be this week. And she started 2 months early. Because talked to our vet, we figured out timeline, and she started. And it's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. But again, it's fine for them to go through heat. And we never have her off of a leash because we live in an apartment. So when we're outside, she has to be on a leash. So I'm not worried about her getting pregnant or anything. And the 2 male dogs that she's around frequently are fixed, which are my sister's dogs, Otis and Gordy. But yeah, that's why she has a diaper on. Okay, anyway, back to the Wool and Honey sweater by Andrea Mowry. I knit this out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, which I love, 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 love. In the honey color, not honey, that's Quince & Company, in the Hayloft colorway. And it fits really well. It's much bigger than I would have wanted. And honestly, I will probably knit another one eventually in a different color and probably knit the small. Again, I am nowhere near the size that I'm planning to be. Doug and again, real life, I'm all over the place. So I had my baby, and the hard part about my pregnancy, besides all of the other stuff, is that with my morning sickness, I had HG, which is this severe morning sickness where you're throwing up a lot and you have to go and get IVs to stay hydrated and to get nutrition because you can't keep anything, even water, down. So I had that this time, and the only thing I could keep down when I was able to keep food down was pasta. And I already love pasta enough, so it made me gain some weight that I'm not a big fan of, but I am working really hard. I've been eating a lot of salads, but they just recalled romaine lettuce, and I don't want E. coli twice in 1 year. So, because for those of you who don't know, that's why Eliza and I were in the hospital extra time. Yeah. So, yeah, so I've been working hard to do that, and I have a place that I really want to be, and numbers are arbitrary, but it's a nice way to set a goal and to stick to it. Yeah, I know, it is. She's trying to fall asleep, but she wants to be a part of everything right now. But yeah, so I have an arbitrary goal that I want to get to by my birthday, which is February 20th. And yeah, and I'm already making headway, so it's really exciting. Yeah, but I think I will knit a smaller version. But I'm glad I knit this sweater first because I have yarn for my weekender, which is I'm casting on once this sleeve is done. And I think I'm going to knit the medium because the large is very large, and I think it'll be super cute with like a pencil skirt or like a really skinny pair of jeans. I think this is gonna be really cute. It's gonna be a good layering piece. Yeah, so I'm very excited about it, and I love this color so much. But yeah, so for me, and my gauge was spot on. So yeah, it's just a very wide sweater. Oh, but I love it, and I would knit it again. So, and I wouldn't knit it as fast as I did because stitches. Fingering weight sweaters are a commitment. So that is whip number 1. And whip number 2 took me by surprise. So Andrea Mowry is hosting the Fluorite Thanksgiving KAL or something like that. That's for her Fluorite socks, which are her faded socks. So I really like knitting her fades to show how my yarn worked, how my different colorways work together, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity because I have a lot of scraps, so I'm just gonna do it. So living in my first field bag, my first love, the gray one, I have my Fluorite socks. So I'm gonna show you the fade before I show you the sock. I just started it today. Yeah, I have plans. It'll be fine. So color 1 is Treasure, which was the last round of the My Favorite Murder Yarn Club, which signups are up now. They come down Wednesday night, so tonight at midnight. And then Sweet Stress Folk, and then Lipstick and Shawls, which is my Andrea Mowry colorway, and then Eliza, and then Solstice. So that's my fade. This is just gonna be my heel. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So the whole purpose is to get these done by Monday. And I haven't knit socks in ages. I knit socks while I was in the hospital with Eliza, but that was because I ran out of things to knit on while I was waiting for Doug to bring me more yarn. I just knit on socks that I brought that I didn't really want to knit on, but I did anyway. So on my Chiao Goose, it's the interchangeable needles. I just bought one set of needles and one cable. I have sock number 1 started, and so what I'm gonna do is once I finish with Treasure, which is the first color, I'm going to cast on the cuff for the other one. I'm gonna knit them concurrently. So here it is. The cool thing about this sock is that you turn it inside out. So this will be how it looks. And I'm very excited about it. So I have started fading, but Treasure and Sweet Stress Folk have very similar colors. The only difference is the orangey-ish goldish colorway in Treasure, and then the chartreuse in Sweet Stress Folk. So, excuse me. Esther's coughing too. We're a mess. Yeah, and then this is my Sugar Tots Pink Narwhal. So that That's my plan for the Fluorite KAL. I'm hoping to get them done by Monday, but if I don't, I don't, and it's fine. But I needed a sock on the needle because I haven't knit socks in a very long time. It's living in my fridge bag, which yeah. She's just smiling and like, hi. Okay. So, and then I've been knitting on my blankets a little bit. I'm not going to show you my crochet blanket because I don't think I've made that much progress. But I will be making progress during December with my Sweet Sparrow from Julie Amos's Sweet Stress Folk. With my Sweet Sparrow, with my Sweet Sparrow advent calendar. I'm gonna go put her giraffe, she dropped it. Be right back. Hey, hi. Good job. I'm gonna make sure my, I have a rip in my leggings, so, yeah. We're gonna speed this up. So, yeah, so I've been working on Eliza's Cozy Memories blanket. I just added Ophelia right here, this is all Stress Knits yarn. Excuse me. I have like a weird scratch on the back of my throat that's trying really hard not to cough. Okay, so that is my blanket. And then I am working on my crochet blanket, but again, I'll start showing that more in December when I'm making more headway on it with my Sweet Sparrow advent calendar. Sorry, I couldn't hold that one in. Okay, so I do have some knitting plans that are not Andrea Mowry related. I actually just have one. So besides all of Doug's stuff, I have his Slade cardigan by Michelle Wong. I have socks for him, I have hats for him that I want to knit by Christmas, which I will be working on. And I'll show you as I make progress. But there's one thing that I really wanted. So I'm struggling with hats right now. I really want a good hat, and I did design a hat, but I wore it the other day and it's not exactly what I want, so I'm gonna rip it out. I'm going to try again because I really want to make sure that when I publish a pattern that I really love it. So I think the shawl is definitely going to be coming out soon. I know I keep saying that, but Doug's super busy and he is my graphic designer, so it's just how it goes. But I was looking through my stash because I'm putting together my friend vent, as you will, for Jacqueline and Julie, which I'm sending out Friday. So I was looking through my stash and I came across an abandoned whip that I was making for Eliza. I was making her the Nilla unicorn out of some wool and vine yarn. Now I made the head already, so I think I'm gonna keep it that way because I already have the safety eyes in. Well, I want to finish it for her first birthday. I'm not really worried about it right now. She can't really play with it yet. She's really into her Wubbanub giraffe. She doesn't like the pacifier. She just likes to eat the feet of the giraffe, which is, you know, her thing. But I was making it out of my favorite colorway Kristen has ever dyed. Succulents is a close second. This is the one where I would, Esther babe, oh no, like I would give my left arm for a sweater quantity of this colorway. It's just it's my pink. So it's like a champagne-y perfect color. It is Jilted Rose. There it is. It's Jilted Rose. This is her blitzed base. She doesn't carry anymore. I think she's carrying it for a limited time for the holidays. Hi Esther. It's her mammoth. But hi. So sorry. This is Esther. But yeah, so I really wanted I've been hoarding this, and I was making her unicorn, and then I was like, I don't think she's gonna understand how special this is, so I think it's gonna be a hat. And I talked to Jacqueline, who is Brooklyn Knit Folk, and I asked her about her broken rib hat that she made out of Chelsea Lux, I think, and the celebration colorway, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. Yeah, so I asked her how much yarn it used and all that jazz, and she told me whatever, and I think she had like 24 grams left, so I have plenty to knit that hat out of, so I think I'm gonna do that. And her instructions are on her project page. So that I'm going to cast on pretty soon, probably in the next few days. And then I have some Year of Andrea stuff that I'm casting on. So she's just pouting and smiling. She's a very confusing child. Love her so much. So for the Year of Andrea, I have decided to stop putting myself in the box of only being able to knit one pattern every month. So I'm just gonna cast on when I want to cast on, as long as I do at least one every month. So I have 3 that I want to cast on. The Weekender, which I've shown the yarn for a million times. And then I want to cast on for, bless you, for the quill hat. This is stone wool worsted in the Osage colorway. It's a worsted weight. It's gonna be a nice little hat. It's my first time using Cormo, and I love it. So that's happening. And then my plaster bag to Leslie from Naughty Knitwits. I'm so glad I enabled you. It's my favorite, and I think I'm gonna get the backpack next. Very excited. Scarfing down coffee because my throat is so tickled and blah. Yes, so in here I have my yarn for the night shift because my wonderful patient husband Doug purchased the last 3 skeins I needed for me. So my colors are Nostalgia, Rusted Rainbow, Mississippi Marsala, Deep Bump, Cataclysm, and Shades of Earth. So I'm super excited about that. So is Eliza. So I'm going to be casting that on soon, and I'm hoping to have all 3 done by Vogue Knitting Live. So we'll see what's happening. Okay, so there is that. I just need to give you guys a quick update on the shop before, I know, the holes in my maternity leggings, you guys. They're very thin. Just one more second. Look at Esther. Hi. Hi. There it is. Yeah, let's stop dropping them. Oh, dropped them again. There you go. There you go. Okay. So, she keeps dropping her giraffe. So quick Stress Knits yarn updates before we go. I am having an update for Thanksgiving through Small Business Saturday, and it is free shipping over $100 in the US, over $200 international with the code THANKS. Simple. If you don't follow Stress Knits Yarn on Instagram, do so. I'm going to be making a post tonight about it. Yes. You're like, Stacey, there's almost nothing in the shop. I am aware. So what I'm doing is I'm doing pre-orders. Famous last words, right? So if you remember last year, I did pre-orders around this time. And then I got very ill with my pregnancy, and I wasn't able to ship a lot of them out. Everybody got a refund or their package. It just took a very long time, and a lot of people understood, and I know some people didn't, which is fine. still stresses me out a lot, and I'm really nervous to put up a pre-order just because I don't want people thinking that the same thing is going to happen. I am not going to be pregnant. This is more information than you ever need to know, but we are incredibly safe and I am on birth control. So no worries there because that was literally the only reason that that didn't happen, and you know, it's just, it is what it is. So I will be putting up pre-orders for the mixtape collection, which will include Sweet Disposition and Rattle. So that's Ophelia, Below My Feet, No Trail to Follow, and Smitten. I still have some stuff in the shop. I'll also do pre-orders of My Jam, probably Golden Hour. I think that might be it. I might throw a few more in there. We'll see what happens. So all of those will ship by Christmas. It will be before then, but that is my cutoff date, is Christmas. So don't expect to get it by Christmas, just because once December hits, even now, the post office is slowing down. They're getting a lot of packages. They're getting bombarded. So I never want to make a promise that you're going to get it by Christmas. So don't go in thinking that. Everything will ship by Christmas and probably before, as stuff dries. Yeah, so there's that. And then if you are ordering a pre-order, or if you've ordered the My Favorite Murder Yarn Club and you purchased a ready to ship skein, it will ship when the pre-order or club is ready. Excuse me. That is because you're only paying for one round of shipping. And I know Molly of a Homespun House has reiterated this many times, and Chelsea and Sue of Legacy Fiber Arts just talked about it, but I've got a lot of questions about it. If you only pay for one shipment, you're only getting one shipment. I can't eat, you know, another $5, or if you're international, like another $15. It's just not, it's not allowing me to have a profit. And you know, it is a business, and as much as I'd love for you to get everything you want right when you want it, I'm a one-woman show and I have bills to pay. I have a daughter to take care of. So that is that. And she's chewing on the back of her. Oh, okay. Teething sucks. Anyway, I'm going to show you a few things that are still in the shop. I have some Ophelia on DK. And starting in the new year, I'm going to start cutting off all these stupid little annoying things so everything looks cleaner. But I just don't have the space right now. Exciting things. Okay, so there's that. I have My Jam on DK. I have Gilmore Girls. I think I have one Gilmore Girls mini set left, which has, it's the snow, I Smell Snow, You Jump, I Jump Jack, A World of Books, and Luke Can Waltz. And then I have mystery mini packs. I think I have 6 left. It's 5 20-gram mini skeins, and colorways include, like Treasure is in some of them. This is Stay Out of the Forest. And then the last 3 are prototypes of my Advent colorways. So that's really fun. So we have that. The My Favorite Murder will be going down tonight, which is November 21st at midnight. Or if I fall asleep before then, I probably won't. I have some cooking and baking to do tonight. So probably will go down tonight, but there is a chance that it'll be up in the morning, but don't take that chance. So there's that, and then pre-orders will go up tomorrow. And stay up, we'll do through Monday. we'll do through Cyber Monday. All right, and with that, I feel like I forgot a million things, but I hope if you celebrate in the US, the best Thanksgiving, and if not, I just hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.